Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Viking Arms. Can you believe it's week 9 already for the Viking Arms quiz night? So obviously very happy to have you all back with us. We've got lots of people all coming through the door, as usual, just cramming their way in time for an 8 o'clock start. So let us know who you are. Let us know who's first up to the bar. Get your orders in nice and early. Hopefully it won't be too long before we can do that for real. But let us know who we've got. We've got the Beasleys. Very welcome back to the Beasleys, the Slovikovskis. Let's Quiz Rablers, you're back. Nice to have you with us. The Bradshaws are here. The Ashes are here. All our loyal regulars. We need some sort of loyalty reward scheme, really, don't we?
We stamp people as they come in.
Yeah.
And then they get a free...
We'll do an extra week,
right,
free just for them. So yeah, do let us know as you're coming through. We've got more people joining up in the quiz. The Lockwoods are here. The Scotchbrooks are here. The Max Fairhurst and family are here. Good to have you on board. I don't recognise that name, Max Fairhurst. Maybe this is your first week, so you're very welcome. The Humphreys are here. Very loyal, never missed a week. The Kennys are back. And of course, if you are new, you're very welcome tonight. And any of our loyal regulars, it's good to have you back propping up the bar. The Rapple Moors are here. Yours is an Aperol Spritz. I'm surprised it's not something stronger, Miss Rapplemore. The Mullet Gang are here. Wilson will make an appearance for sure. Wilson's getting very, very confident, although he's got a big day tomorrow. Wilson's going for his jabs tomorrow morning, so he's really excited about that. But finally, we might be able to... Yeah, he's getting very adventurous and very independent. The Fishers are here. Good to have you guys with us as well. We have got, obviously, alongside me this evening, as usual, is my lovely wife, Tam. Mrs. Settle, there she is. You only ever get to see the hand. Although, actually, I think you should be doing a different wave. Yeah, look, it's a busy day. Look, so Tam works in weddings, and so she's got confetti fingers, especially for tonight. So Tam will be there working away at all the comments and the questions. Who else have we got coming in? The Farquhars are here. The Whites are here. The Breretons are back. A gang of 4 between Didcot and Harwell. The Cliffs are here. The Harpers are here. 3 pints, not for you, Harrison. You're too young. Or is that? That's for Mrs. Harrison. Sorry, Mrs. Harper. I should say Mrs. Harper. The Weatherstons are back. The McPhees are back. So we've got George, Tracy, Sandy, and Poppy the dog joining us this evening. We've got Danielle present. Good. Nice to have Danielle and Besnick with us this evening as well. Highlights of the week. It's been, I can't believe we're at week 9 already. But for your highlight this week, what do you think? What's been a good marker for this week so far?
I've been ridiculously excited by the nail varnish.
It's been all about the nail varnish.
Yeah, totally all about the nail varnish. Actually bought like nail doing tools, which is like...
Lockdown madness has struck in this house. Tam has had to focus on her nails. Danielle, next time you visit, she's into it now. So
it's not playing netball. They've actually grown. It's like unbelievable.
I think my highlight this week, I went for a really great... I've really enjoyed the weather this week. I went for a really nice bike ride on Monday, thinking I was going to spend the whole week cycling on my bike, but then I fell off it. And apparently when you fall off it at my age, it really hurts. so I've spent all week being lame and injured rather than cycling around, but I've been enjoying the good weather nonetheless. Who else have we got coming in tonight? We've got the Milburns are back in the house. We've got the Coltuses are here. The Greens are here. And the Passmores are here. And Mrs. Passmore, I bet you must be absolutely knackered. You've done loads of cycling this week in the heat. So I hope you're feeling good and ready for this. And hopefully Mrs. Young is going to join us because we've got some special shout outs this evening, as always. But these are very special because not only have we got to say a big thank you to Mr. Moore for supplying one of our rounds this evening. We've got a special round that he's written all on monarchs, kings and queens of England. So good luck with that one, as I'm sure people are frantically thinking, oh Christ, what do I remember from school about all those? And I want to say a massive thank you to Eddie and the Mullet Gang, because they are debuting tonight with a special round, and there's been a bit of chat in the comments over the recent weeks about having a special round on Australia. So for any Aussies watching this evening, then we've got a round just for you, but hopefully it won't sort of test the rest of you too harshly either. Big happy birthdays to our regulars. Vanessa Fisher, it was your birthday this week, so big happy birthday for that.
Happy birthday.
And Mrs. Young, if you are with us, it's your birthday today, so we hope that you have a great day and a great evening. And of course, you know, before we all have to think about getting back to school next week and doing exams and getting back on it, we hope that we can just have a nice chilled out evening, enjoy the quiz, and hopefully, because the weather's so good, we might finish just in time to have a bit of a drink in the garden afterwards and just chill out with this nice late spring evening. We've got a few more people who have just joined in. We've got the Strides are here. Very welcome back, Hayden and family. The Cordells are here. The Harpers are in the Viking Arms. The Morleys are here. And the McCarthys are back again. And actually, I missed him out because he messaged really early on. But we've also got Jeff Smith, who's joined us again. And Jeff left in 90. He was an old Viking back from 1970. So you're very welcome back again. Joanne's asking, when's the Australia round? Alex has to go for the takeaway. It's not round one, so you've got a bit of time. But you did live there for a few years, so you should be all right. Unless you've just completely tuned out everything that Alex has been saying to you for the last God knows how many years you've been married, you should be okay. As always, the Manly Wars aren't very popular with YouTube because YouTube always wants a victory. Yeah, but there you go. We'll let you back in. And Dr. Rosario's back as well. Good to have you on board. So rules, as always, 4 rounds of 11 questions. The 11th question is a chance for you to make a list and have a chat, and also to talk to us and let us know how you're getting on. We'll give all the answers out at the end, and the total score will be out of 80, and then you'll all rush onto the comments box and let me know how you've got on, so we'll see if we've got any winners. As always, don't answer in the comments. We don't want people sort of revealing any answers in the comments box, so don't ruin the fun. I'll read each question twice. Try not to cheat, enjoy yourselves, and talk to us via the comments box. But as always, it's week 9 of the Viking Arms quiz. Week 9, can you believe? It's a family show. Keep your comments clean. Right. So it is now just 6 minutes past 8. We will get going. We've got plenty of people in the pub, so we are ready to make a start. Here we go. Round 1 is all about general knowledge, as always. Over the 9 weeks. There we go. Right, question 1. Other than Exeter, which other cathedral city begins with the letter E?
Ooh.
Other than Exeter, which other cathedral city begins with the letter E? Eddie says that they had to dumb down the Australia round a little bit. You did. And yeah, my fault. It was a very good round for Aussies, but given that the majority of people watching this aren't Australian, we're, yeah. All right, question number 2. Which 2 members of the Monty Python cast are no longer with us? So which 2 members of the Monty Python cast are no longer with us? So which 2 members are ex-Pythons? Which 2 members are pushing up the daisies, etc., etc.? You probably know the jokes. But which 2 members of Monty Python are no longer with us? You need both names in order to get the point. The Manly Wars is questioning what we were talking about. Every time you write something, Manly Wars or Mrs. War, YouTube says we need to review it because they suspect you've actually you've beaten me to it. Anyway, question number 3. If the Queen, as in our Queen, is a lion, what is Vladimir Putin? If the Queen is a lion, what is Vladimir Putin?
There's a lot of answers you could have.
Well, I don't,
but there's one we're looking for.
There's one we're looking for. It'd probably be wrong of us to say it on YouTube as well, because
okay.
Might be being monitored.
If we're suddenly taken off air, we'll know why.
Question number 4. Typically, a colour printer will print in a combination of black, yellow, cyan, and which other colour? Typically, a colour printer will print in a combination of black, yellow, cyan, and what other colour? Which other colour? It's really weird. You can't see it on the camera, but we've gone really pro this week. So one of Tam's birthday presents is she's got a really proper microphone. So if I'm sounding a bit different, you know, if it's genuinely like honey dripping on the ears tonight, it's because I've got this. Yeah. Question number 5. In which year was the original Toy Story movie released in the US? Was it 1995, 1996, or 1997? In which year was the original Toy Story movie released in the US? Was it 1995, 1996, or 1997? And the Cravens are back in the house as well. Welcome back, Tom and family. Question 6. What was the name of the tower block where Del Boy and Rodney lived in Only Fools and Horses? What was the name of the tower block where Del Boy and Rodney lived in Only Fools and Horses? The Cordales are asking, they think that Dr. Tresario could get 81 again.
I think that's likely.
It's very likely. I don't think he, by this point on a Friday evening, I don't think he's even counting. I think he's just drawing numbers out there. Question number 7. Which city will be the host of the 2028 Olympic Games? Which city will be the host of the 2028 Olympic Games? And good evening, Carl Rosenberg. Nice to have you back. Told you about Carl, haven't I?
I remember Carl.
Yeah,
I remember
you remember
Carl.
Carl, of course. Yeah. So Carl would be in year 13 now, but he lives in Hanover. Great guy.
I remember Carl at a Reading amateur regatta, rowing down the whole course on his own because his opponent had pulled out, and him shouting that it was a row over the entire way down as he came past. You
wouldn't want to pick a fight with Carl now either, because actually I think you'll tell me if I'm right or wrong, Carl, but he's just qualified as a huntsman. He can hunt in his woods in Germany. Anyway, number 8, some just random trivial facts about old Vikings. Number 8, maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, is what Tam says to me all the time. But maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind. Are lyrics sung by which artist? Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind. Are lyrics sung by which artist? And the Youngs have arrived. So if the Youngs have just arrived, you've already missed it. But as you've just arrived, I'll say it again. Happy birthday, Hayley. Hope you're having a great day. We did give you a big shout out. Everyone sang happy birthday. We had poppers, but it's good that you're here now anyway. Question number 9. What is the currency of Vietnam? What is the currency of Vietnam? And number 10, Gouda is a popular cheese originating from which country? Gouda is a popular cheese originating from which country? We had some of that last week, didn't we? Did we?
Part of my birthday cheese board.
And for some of you who are asking about how did I actually get away with providing a decent birthday during lockdown, apparently a cheese board helps. Don't need diamonds. Cheese board. Question number 11. So what we want to do for question number 11, can you name, I want you to name 10 of the top selling car marques from 2019. Okay, so which are the 10 top selling car marques from 2019? Okay, so not particular models, but the manufacturer. So the top 10 car manufacturers in the UK from 2019. And Ben Scotchbrook says a very happy birthday to the marvelous Mrs. Young. See, it's going to keep rolling in for you, Hayley. I'm sure. Okay, so whilst you're thinking of what would be the top 10 car manufacturers, top selling car marks from 2019.
That really sounds like you're saying Karl Marx.
I know, I'm trying not to say Karl Marx, but who was the top 10 car marks? But the top 10 selling car marks in the UK, Patrick. So obviously we've just gone in, well, we've got a slightly relaxed lockdown starting from Monday, and we can start meeting in small groups in our back gardens. So just if you want to chat to us here, so who's on your list of people to see next week when we are allowed to go into each other's gardens? Is anyone that you're particularly looking forward to seeing next week, even though it's at a distance, socially distanced in a garden? We haven't really decided, have we? We're waiting for the invitations to flood in, obviously, and the weather does look good for it too. But let us know who you're looking forward to seeing. We'll give them a shout out. Us, of course. Thank you, Joanne.
Oh, Joanne.
Get that pizza oven ready.
Crank up the pizza oven.
Brilliant. Danielle's asking car brands. So yeah, just like the name of the car manufacturer. So not particular model types, the actual car manufacturers.
Oh, and Eddie's saying us too. Oh, I like being this popular.
It's so popular.
This is marvellous.
It's a shame that our back garden is like the size of a postage stamp.
Yeah, that's a slight.
We'd have you around here.
It's like crimping plan.
The Slovakovskis are saying, is it the UK only or the world? It's just for the UK. The top 10 car marks sold in the UK.
Oh, Marcus doesn't want to see us. Mr. Milburn doesn't want to see us. Look.
Oh, but it's because he's probably set up a dartboard in his back garden on the shed in the back corner there. So Mr. Rose and Dr. Tresario, perfect. I mean, I enjoy playing darts, but I'm rubbish at it. And those guys play all the time. Every lunchtime, they're at the dartboard. But
then surely you're the right person to have, because then you know that whatever happens, you're not going to come last. Well, you will come last, but the other people will feel really good about their dart skills.
Yeah, but there's only so much of playing the whipping boy that, it's...
True. It's a tough one.
Anyway. Did I put the dartboard on the shed? I think I had a dartboard in the shed, actually, Marcus. But it's a nice, it's nice weather next week. Put it on the outside. Daniel's saying he won't attend if he will be last. You know me too well. All right, here we go then. So we're going to move on to round 2. This is not the Australia round, Joanne. So this round is all about monarchs. And again, thank you very much to Patrick Moore, who submitted this round to us last week. And so it takes a lot of effort to write these things. So really, really massively appreciate it. Here we go. Question number 1. After our own Queen Elizabeth II, which British monarch has reigned the longest? After our own Queen Elizabeth II, which British monarch has reigned the longest? There we go. A nice, easy opener.
Good question.
Very good question. Eddie, even you can get that one, I would hope. Tan's pulling faces, but
I'm sure you can, Eddie. I have every confidence in you.
Question number 2. For someone who reigned for only a short time, Richard III looms large in the national psyche. For how long was he actually on the throne? Was it 21, 28, or 37 months?
Months? That's very, very short.
I know, and it didn't end well for him, did it?
Buried under a car park.
For someone who reigned for only a short time, Richard III looms large in the national psyche. But for how long was he actually on the throne? Was it 21 months, 28 months, or 37 months? I think these are nice questions. These are nice, pretty straightforward questions. Although saying that, no doubt people are going to start moaning about it soon. Question number 3. Who was on the throne during World War I? Who was on the throne during World War I? I'm not going to give you any dates for that because, that's kind of basic history. So it's not too far away. You could have a fair stab at that one, couldn't you? Well, you could, because obviously you know it, but...
What did you say, World War I?
World War I, the king in World War I.
See, I'm not a World War I person, I'm a World War II person. Tricky.
But it was his dad, wasn't it? Yeah. Question number 4. Who was on the throne at the time of the Black Death?
Yeah.
This is a tricky one.
This is a tricky one.
Was it Edward II, Edward III, or Edward IV? Who was on the throne at the time of the Black Death? Was it Edward II, Edward III, or Edward IV?
But to be fair, Patrick's been very good. You've got options. You've just got to pick the right option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's long enough to pick one of three. Question number 5. Who was the last of the Plantagenet kings? Who was the last of the Plantagenet kings? Again, that's probably quite a tricky one.
That is quite tricky.
But we're not being overwhelmed with comments, so that must mean that people are either kind of
Concentrating, much concentrating.
yeah, they're thinking carefully about these without just slating them. So that's good. Question number 6. Oliver Cromwell became Lord Protector in 1649, but which king did he replace and subsequently have executed? Oliver Cromwell became Lord Protector in 1649, but which king did he replace and subsequently have executed?
He was a baddie, wasn't he? It was a wrong
one. Oh, who? The person who, the king or the Cromwell?
Difficult.
They both had their faults. Question 7. Who was on the throne when America declared itself independent? Who was on the throne when America declared itself independent? And question 8. Right, I'll go steadily through this one. Including Matilda, whose claim was disputed, Mary II, who reigned alongside her husband, and Lady Jane Grey, who only reigned for 9 days, how many women have ruled England or Great Britain? So including those 3. So you've got Matilda, Mary II, and Lady Jane Grey. We'll take those as included in the number. So how many women in total, including those 3, have ruled England or Great Britain? Shocking. Yeah. People counting through. Can Dr. Tresario provide a Welsh round for next week? Absolutely, absolutely. Dr. Tresario, but you've been quite reliable, to be fair, when it comes to providing quiz rounds. I've had a few from you, so you crack on. I know, well, you would love it, so you'd get an automatic 20. The Ashes would love it.
There's a few others.
Question number 9. Which king began the Tudor dynasty? Was it Henry VI, Henry VII, or Henry VIII? Danielle's asking, are these absolute queens regnant?
Oh, isn't she fancy?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I should, of course, say, you know, in your answers, unless I've given you options, I do expect to have the regnal number alongside the monarch. I can't just take a name. I need a number.
I mean.
What did I say? Question 9. Which king began the Tudor dynasty? Was it Henry VI, Henry VII, or Henry VIII? Question 10. Who was on the throne at the time of the Spanish Armada?
Oh, that's a one you should get right.
Who? Me?
Well, just in general.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite straightforward. Yeah, it's like basic school stuff, that, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do they study that stuff these days? I know our history department always seems to do a lot of World War II.
I'm down for World War II.
I don't know. It's a shame Mr. Brown doesn't seem to be with us this evening, but he could tell us.
If only he was here, this would be his round.
And question 11. Now, I think you're going to enjoy this question 11. This is a very good question, Patrick. So, can you name and it doesn't need to be in order, but can you name the first 10 people who are in line to succeed Queen Elizabeth II? Name the first 10 people in line to succeed Queen Elizabeth II. If it helps you, I've got them written in order, so perhaps it might be the best way of thinking about it. So the first 10 people in line to succeed our current Queen Elizabeth II. Well, clearly they studied the Tudors in A-level history for Mrs. Passmore. Okay, I really like that question. That's a good one. Let us know how are you actually spending the evening out there? It is such a nice evening. I have to,
I'm so sorry.
I'm a little bit sad. Our numbers are a bit down this evening, but I dare say there's people having barbecues and drinks out in the garden. So how are you spending the evening? How are you celebrating a Friday night at the end of the working week? How are you making the evening special? Let us know what you're up to. What are we doing? Well, we've had a bit of a walk around. We've been sitting in the garden most of the day, to be honest. We've had our feet up. Yeah, it's all just been pretty chilled and relaxed. But what are you doing? Obviously, some of you are having a takeaway tonight. So do let us know, and let's make everyone else jealous at what you're doing. The Slovikowskis are asking, can we see Wilson? Well, like I say, he's quite an independent chap at the moment. So to be honest, I've got no idea where he is. He's doing a lot of sleeping. He'll turn up in his own good time, I'm sure, but we'll keep an eye out for him. He's getting massive as well, isn't he? He's getting really big this week. And Danielle, come on. Look, I'm sorry, I know it's a bit of nepotism, but you are my niece. So question 6 was, who did Oliver Cromwell have executed, basically? Richard Wang, you've been cooking dinner at the Humphreys household, which is very nice. Good. What did he cook? What did you have? You walked some Great Danes this morning. Tom Craven. Oh, such an easy joke to make.
Don't dignify it. Don't dignify it. Leave it be.
Yeah. So what did Rich Wang actually make you for dinner?
Oh, the Scotchwits are trying to get in on the walking action.
They want to walk the Great Danes with the Humphreys, please. Do you know, so the Humphreys they got a Scottish Deerhound, what was it, about two months ago? You'll tell us, I'm sure.
I think it was a couple of weeks before lockdown.
Yeah, okay, so what, 3 months ago? And this Deerhound that they got started off when they first got it like that, and it's now about this big. It's absolutely enormous.
They're camping in the garden tonight, the Coultas family.
Ah, cool. Oh, yeah. That's a nice thing to do. Yeah. I was actually thinking of putting that on the Shiplake Activities site a while ago. I was waiting for the perfect weekend, and so today would have been the day, really, for camping. This would have been
a good weekend for camping.
Yeah. He's 5 months old. This Scottish Deerhound, I'm not joking, he's probably about, this is a little side table here. He's about as big as that.
He's more than 30 kilos.
He could probably leap onto my shoulder. He's probably as tall as me.
He is huge.
Anyway, right. We are going to move on to the third round. Joanne, I hope Alex is back. But this, and again, thank you very much, Eddie and Maud and Robbie for putting this together. This round is all about Australia.
You almost did the accent then.
I'm trying really hard not to. We're going to Australia. Question number 1 starts with a nice easy opener. What is the capital of Australia?
Of where?
Australia, mate. What is the capital of Australia? Now, obviously, for the Humphreys, you wrote it, so you should know the answers. So you get an automatic 20 points for being good eggs and actually providing the round. So you can just enjoy the comments for this. Question number 2. What was the Aboriginal name for Ayers Rock? What is the Aboriginal name for Ayers Rock? Do an accent. Australia. Oh, dear.
It's like now we're doing accent karaoke.
No, we've got to save karaoke for another night.
Karaoke. Oh, God, no, let's not.
Question number 3. What is Australia's unofficial national anthem? What is Australia's unofficial national anthem? So Eddie was actually one of the guys who I went cycling with on Monday, who probably witnessed me going over my handlebars and sliding along the gravel when I came off the bike.
I don't know what to say.
I'm sure it was very embarrassing in hindsight, but I'm sure the image of it will stay with Eddie for a long time.
To be fair, the most important thing is you haven't made a fuss.
I've not made a fuss. No, I don't. No, I've not asked for much in the way of sympathy. There's no point.
I wasn't listening.
Question number 4. What does the word ute describe? What does the word ute describe?
This is turning into Mrs. Passmore's best quiz ever. She's had a round on history, and now somebody who spent her babyhood in Australia. Oh, Louise, no, we can't. We can't show the injuries. No. We'd be taken off air.
I'll WhatsApp you later, Louise.
Don't look at your phone, Louise. It's dire.
It's really. I mean, I'd say it's quite rugged. Looks like I've got tattoos all down my body here.
Great.
Question number 5. What is the name of a baby kangaroo? What is the name of a baby kangaroo? And Eddie's saying, well, see, this is how it makes it feel when we do your guys' rounds. Question number 6. What does ANZAC stand for? What does ANZAC stand for? ANZAC. What does ANZAC stand for? Louise, I wouldn't. And Dr. Rosario just confirming that this is a great round, Ed and family. Thank you very much. I'll have to give you a bit of time for question 6 because obviously you're going to have to write 5 words. So
5 words.
Get your Crayolas out. 5 words for that one. ANZAC. What does it stand for? Question number 7. What was Vegemite invented from? I think we'll probably take a 1-word answer for this, I guess, but if you try and be specific, what was Vegemite invented from? That's your fave.
Vegemite on toast, breakfast.
Yeah, yeah no.
Vegemite on toast, then cheese, and then baked beans on the top.
No. Question number 8. Who sang the song Down Under? Who sang the song Down Under? What decade was that from, do you reckon? Is that the 80s?
Probably.
That song Down Under. The Australian song Down Under.
I've got it in my head now. I'm so close to humming. I won't hum.
Yeah. There we go. Joanne knows. It's from the 1980s. Thank you very much.
Right.
That one. Question number 9. Which Aussie most recently won the men's singles title at Wimbledon? Which Aussie most recently won the men's singles title at Wimbledon? No, I'm not going to sing it.
No singing.
This is not karaoke.
No singing.
We've been through this before. I think I gave you the club theme tune last week or a couple of weeks ago, but that's as much singing as I'm about to do or ever going to do on this. Question number 10. How many countries are larger than Australia in terms of land? I think this is. How many countries are larger than Australia? There's no bonus points for saying what they are, but how many are there? Does that mean we have question 3?
Could well do then, Mr. Milburn.
Yeah. Okay, and the final question in this one is, and I'm going to do my best to. We had a bit of discussion on how best to phrase this. So I hope this kind of makes it clear what you've got to do. Can you list 10 animals which are native to Australia? So animals which let's say, you wouldn't have found anywhere else in the world before Australia got discovered. Which 10 animals are native to Australia? So don't give us things like rabbits and chickens and all that stuff. Give us like the most typical Australian animals that you can think of. And basically, they only count if they're on my list here. And I've got about 16 or so answers. So 10 animals which are native to Australia. So the most obvious ones, name of Australia. So any 10 obvious Australian animals.
I thought you were going to do an impression then.
I nearly did.
I thought, the hands were going. I was like, he's going to give it away. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, yeah.
So 10 native Australian animals.
I mean, that's good. That is a good question.
It's a very good question. Very good. There's some good answers there as well, which I wouldn't normally have thought of. But yeah. No, very good question. There he is.
Oh, let me grab him. Especially for Leo.
So, whilst you're thinking of your 10 native Australian animals, I need to get serious with you for a minute, but I'll just do this first. Look, come here. Right, Leo.
Look at the size.
Look at the size of that beast. We were looking back earlier. Do you know the first time we showed you Wilson was in episode 2? Episode 2 of the quiz.
Series 1.
So what was that? 8 weeks ago. And he was tiny. He fitted in just one hand. Look how he is now. There we go. Absolutely enormous. He's having his vaccines tomorrow, and he's going to have another little operation in a couple of weeks' time, isn't he? Poor little fella. Oh, yeah.
It's good for him.
Yeah, good for us. So 10 native Australian animals. Now, I am going to get slightly serious with you for just a moment whilst you're thinking of those, because we need your help. Tonight, we've got all of our regulars, which is really nice to have. And we know that the weather is really nice. The weather's getting better. And that actually, from Monday, we can sort of start meeting in larger groups, in gardens and things. So we want to know from you, what you want us to do with this quiz, really. We're still very happy to do it every Friday, but we also know that more of you probably want to go and hang around outside, like, I don't know, hang out at Mill Meadows, drinking beer on the benches and all that sort of stuff. So just, if we could just ask that maybe after the quiz, just email us or email me at my school email address, or let us know in the comments here. What do you want us to do? Do you like the quiz being every week? Do you think it would be quite good just to maybe have it fortnightly? Maybe is it a monthly treat sort of thing? Let us know what your preferences would be, because I think what we're going to do is we're certainly going to do next week. We're going to make it up to quiz 10.
I feel like we should get a badge.
But after that, as we're kind of moving into the summer and maybe lockdown's being eased a little bit, let us know what you want us to do with it. We did have a really nice idea earlier. Wouldn't this be good? I mean, if restrictions did get lifted a bit more as the summer went on, wouldn't it be nice to have the Viking arms live? Can you imagine this? Picture the scene. Picture this. Okay, being out on the Skipwith lawn, where you're all socially distanced, maybe just bringing your own picnics and, being on the lawn there and having your own thing. And maybe we'll be up on the terrace there, sort of reading out the quiz questions. But just, you can actually, rather than me saying who's here and what the names are, you could actually see each other in real life. Can you imagine that? So we could have a nice sunny evening. Viking Arms goes live. So anyway, we've got lots of ideas with it, but please, just let us know.
We won't take it personally.
Where you want it to go, and if you email me directly, ksettle@shiplake.org.uk, we'd really appreciate your thoughts on that. Anyway, back to the quiz. So. Question number 4, round 4 even.
Hello, I was a bit,
round
bit
4.
Worried.
We are going to this is all about summer, because we're moving into summer. Is it summer?
Yeah, it feels like summer.
Was it? Yeah, so it's start of spring's 20th of March, isn't it? So we must be, probably we're coming into summer. So here we go. This is all about summer. So let's see how we go. Okay, question number 1. Summertime and the Living is Easy was written by which American composer? No, I'm not singing it. Summertime and the Living is Easy was written by which American composer? And she's not watching, but Miss Satch. I mean, a lot of you will know Miss Satch, very popular rowing coach at Ship Lake. She loves this. Every time summer rolls around, she just belts it out in the launch. So she's not coaching anyone. She's just singing to herself. Question number 2. The summer solstice occurs in the southern hemisphere during which month?
Sneaky.
The summer solstice occurs in the southern hemisphere during which month? Yes, I want the original, as in the person who composed it, Danielle. Duh. Question number 3. What term is often given to a period of dry, hot weather that occurs in the autumn? What term is often given to a period of dry, hot weather that occurs in autumn?
Is it a miracle?
Did I write that question? It was autumn, not August.
No, autumn.
It's autumn, yeah.
Did I write that question? Like you write the questions.
Well, I know you read it out to me. Did I write the right word?
Don't. You'll blow the illusion.
This is teamwork.
It
Okay?
is teamwork.
Makes the dream work. Question number 4. What is the opening line to Summer Loving from Greece? What is the opening line to Summer Loving? Should it be Summer Lovin' from Greece? I love this question because it means that for everyone playing, is going to be going.
Everyone's singing. Literally everyone is singing right now.
Well. Huh? It's not that one. That's a good karaoke song as well, actually, to be fair. There you go. Mrs. Settle, challenged for you.
I don't do singing.
A karaoke duet.
I don't do singing.
I
didn't even sing at the wedding.
Liar.
I didn't sing at our wedding.
You stood next to me. I heard you.
I still think that was one of our guests.
It scarred me.
Loud. Yeah.
We were both standing there at the altar, and I was like this.
She's very out of tune.
Question number 5. In the nursery rhyme, what did the Queen of Hearts make all on a summer's day? In the nursery rhyme, what did the Queen of Hearts make all on a summer's day?
Patrick should definitely sing.
Patrick, come on.
We can't hear you, Patrick.
We're going to be wrapping this up in about 10-15 minutes, so we haven't got time for that. In the nursery rhyme, what did the Queen of Hearts make all on a summer's day? He's doing something, but I don't know. I get really nervous now because Wilson is so big. When he's sort of below me on the seat, if he's rustling around, it means that at some point I'm going to get clawed.
Or one of the computer screens is going to fall off the desk.
Yeah. Question number 6. Castel Gandolfo is famous for being whose summer residence? Castel Gandolfo is famous for being whose summer residence? Big fan.
Love his work.
Love his work. Question number 7. Jacqueline Gold is the owner of which chain of high street shops? Why are you laughing? Jacqueline Gold is the owner of which chain of high street shops?
I can't believe this one.
It's a mature audience.
I apologise. Anybody who is offended, I really apologise.
It can't be, because Mrs. Rapplemore tells me she goes there all the time. Question number 8. Who told us we're all going on a summer holiday? Who told us that we're all going on a summer holiday?
I'm singing that one now as well.
There's a lot. We've kind of spread the music around through four rounds here. Question number 9. At 1.34 miles, where is the longest pleasure pier in the UK? At 1.34 miles, where is the longest pleasure pier in the UK? The Cliffs are asking what was number 7. Well, you've not done that before, so I've relaxed my rules a little bit. Jacqueline Gold is the owner of which chain of high street shops for question number 7? Why are you laughing? Question number 10. In which county will you find Cheddar Gorge?
Now that's a clever question.
Yeah. In which county will you find Cheddar Gorge? Oh, Daniel's saying, so apparently I glitched on question number 7. Okay, well, after all of that, apparently I glitched on question 7 for a few of you. So, and I don't know why Tam is taking offence at this one. Jacqueline Gold is the owner of which chain of high street shops? That's question 7. For question 11, can you name the top 10 selling ice lollies in the UK according to a 2019 Twitter poll? Can you name the top 10 selling ice lollies in the UK according to a 2019 Twitter poll? And the Cliffs are saying I might have glitched on question 8. Question 8 was who told us that we're all going on a summer holiday? Cordell's including ice cream.
I'm saying no, lollies on a stick. It's
like when
sticky.
So when you go to the newsagent and you get the lolly on a stick.
Mm.
So what?
Or something from that, not a tub of.
No, not a tub. Lollies on a stick. And whilst you're thinking of your top 10 lolly, oh god. Question 6 was Castel Gandolfo. Whose summer residence is at Castel Gandolfo? Do let us know if you've got any particularly interesting plans for the weekend. It's going to be really nice weather, so give us some ideas. Give everyone else some ideas. What have you got going on? Apparently, we are hotter than
Tenerife.
Yeah, it's going to be hotter than Tenerife this weekend around here. So let us know how you're going to be spending the weekend. Do cones count? No, Leo, they don't. It's not on a stick.
No.
None of them.
Oh no, you're right. None of them. No, they're all stickies.
Fred Coltus, can you please repeat number 7?
Stop it. We're not doing number 7 again.
They're doing it on purpose now, aren't they?
I think we're being played.
Yeah, you have to save Mrs. Settle's blushes. We're probably giving away too many clues now. Really. Eddie, long bike ride maybe. Yeah, give us a shout, Eddie. Hoping to be back in the saddle at some point this weekend. Barbecue for Dr. Rosario, lovely. Reese will be on the river on his new paddleboard this weekend.
Oh, good call.
Nice.
Like the paddleboard.
Nice.
I'm seeing my mum.
You're seeing mum?
I'm so excited.
Yep.
Lollies on sticks, not cones. I'm looking at the answers that we have, and yes, they're lollies on sticks.
Yeah, all of the lollies that we want are on sticks.
They are all on sticks, aren't they? Yeah, they're sticky lollies.
We tried paddleboarding last summer, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, it was rubbish. We took out Mackie P's paddleboard last summer, which is almost like a racing paddleboard. I just kept falling over. You did all right. Jacob did well.
I did okay, but I got very tired legs because I think I was gripping.
Yeah. Right. So we're getting very close to the end, and I will go through the answers in a moment. So before we do start wrapping things up, what have I got left to say to you? So obviously, thanks so much again for joining us on this really lovely evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you felt at home again in the Viking Arms. Like I said earlier, we will be back next Friday for round 10 of the quiz. Please do email me or kind of give us a brief comment maybe once the quiz is over as to what you fancy the quiz doing in the next few weeks as lockdown starts to ease, and we'll have a think about what we do once we've seen your comment. But we are here next week for round 10 of the quiz. And obviously, maybe by next Friday, you'll be able to play in teams of 6 in your back garden, albeit socially distanced. So anyway, let's crack on, and I will now go through the answers. So here we go. Back to general knowledge then. So other than Exeter, which other cathedral city begins with the letter E? That is Ely. Which 2 members are now ex-Python members? They are Graham Chapman and Terry Jones. You needed both answers to get the point. Graham Chapman and Terry Jones. If the Queen is a lion, then Vladimir Putin is obviously a bear. Okay. Number 4, a colour printer will print in black, yellow, cyan, and you needed to also give me the next colour, which was magenta. In which year was the original Toy Story movie released? This made us feel very, very old.
Very old.
1995. 25 years ago for the original Toy Story. Which tower block did Del Boy and Rodney live in? That was Nelson Mandela House. The host of the 2028 Olympic Games will be Los Angeles. Maybe I'm Foolish, Maybe I'm Blind, are lyrics sung by Rag and Bone Man. The currency of Vietnam is the dong. Gouda is a popular cheese originating from the Netherlands. Now, the top 10 selling car marques from 2019 in the UK, I'll go in order of most sold. So it was Ford, Volkswagen, Mercedes, BMW, Vauxhall, Audi, Toyota, Kia, Nissan, and Hyundai. Okay, so then we went on to round 2, monarchs. So the second longest reigning monarch is Queen Victoria. That's the answer for the question 1. Richard III, he reigned for 28 months, and that was from 1483 to 1485. Thank you, Patrick. Who was on the throne during World War I? That was King George V. The king who was on the throne at the time of the Black Death was King Edward III. The last of the Plantagenet kings was Richard III. Oliver Cromwell succeeded King Charles I. Question 7, who was on the throne when America declared itself independent? That was King George III. How many queens have we had? So we have had, including the 3 that I gave you, we've had 8. Because as well as those 3, so Matilda, Mary II, and Lady Jane Grey, we've also had Mary I, Elizabeth I. I got him, caught him on the first bounce. Mary I, Elizabeth I, Anne, Victoria, and Elizabeth II. So the answer is 8. There have been 8 queens there. Question 9, which king began the Tudor dynasty? Was Henry VII. And the queen who was on the throne at the time of the Spanish Armada was Queen Elizabeth I. So then we got to the 10 people who are in line to succeed Elizabeth II. I'll go in order. So it's Prince Charles, followed by Prince William, then Prince George, Princess Charlotte, then Prince Louis, and then we cycle back round to Prince William's brother. So it goes Prince Harry, then his son Archie, and then after him it then goes back to Prince Andrew, then Princess Beatrice, and Princess Eugenie. So the 10 in line. On to our Australia round, and again, thank you so much, Eddie and family, for giving us this. Question number 1. The capital of Australia is Canberra. Ayers Rock is known as Uluru. That's the Aboriginal name, Uluru. Uluru.
Nice.
The unofficial national anthem is Waltzing Matilda. Ute describes utility vehicle. A baby kangaroo is a joey. ANZAC stands for Australia New Zealand Army Corps. Vegemite was invented from leftover yeast from beer barrels. So if you kind of put leftover yeast, we'll take that. But yeah, leftover yeast from beer barrels. Who sang the song Down Under? That was Men at Work. The Aussie Wimbledon's the Aussie men's singles title. Who won? Can't even say.
Oh, please.
Who won Wimbledon? It was Leighton Hewitt. Question
Tennis.
10. How many countries are larger than Australia? There are 5 because it's beaten by Russia, Canada, China, USA, and Brazil. And then 10 animals that are native to Australia. You could have any of the following. So, kangaroo, koala, platypus, wombat, wallaby, cane toad, Tasmanian devil, goanna, dingo, quokka, box jellyfish, kookaburra, emu, great white shark, cassowary, cockatoo, and echidna. So any 10 of those I'll accept. Don't start telling me there's more. That's all I've got. So just, judges. Question number 1 for summer. Summertime in the Living Was Easy was composed by George Gershwin. The summer solstice occurs in December in the southern hemisphere, so it's December. If we have a long, hot, dry period of weather in the autumn, it's known as an Indian summer. The opening line to Summer Lovin' from Greece goes, "Summer loving had me a blast." So that's the whole line. Summer loving had me a blast. In the nursery rhyme, what did the Queen of Hearts make all on a summer's day? She made tarts. Castel Gandolfo is famous for being the summer residence of the Pope. Jacqueline Gold is the owner of Ann Summers. I don't get it. What's wrong with that?
They were almost an essential retailer at the beginning of this because you could get pasta there.
What? Funny shaped pasta. Question 8. Who told us we're going on a summer holiday is Cliff Richard. The longest pleasure pier in the UK is in Southend. Cheddar Gorge is in Somerset. And the top 10 selling ice lollies in the UK, according to a 2019 Twitter poll, is Twister, followed by Fab, then the Solero, the Calippo, Magnum, Feast, a Zoom or a Rocket lolly, the Mini Milk, the Fruit Pastel, and the 10th most popular selling ice lolly, never heard of it, it was a Knobbly Bobbly.
Ooh. They're nice, Knobbly Bobbly.
Knobbly Bobbly. So them's the answers. Let's get some scores in then. And whilst you're frantically adding up your scores and giving me a total out of 80, obviously we will see you next Friday. And until then, I hope you can really enjoy the good weather. Carry on staying safe. Be nice to each other. Hope you enjoy your small group meetups. Have a great weekend, and let's get some scores in. So the Bradshaws are early starters on 64. Who can beat 64? 61 for Danielle and Besnick, 64 for the Slovakovskis, 62 for the Cordells, 61 for the Milburns, 75 for the Lockwoods. I think that's got to be a quiz record.
Excellent.
The Breretons are on 67. The Ashes are on 62. The Cortices are on 60. Dr. Cesario is a dirty, great big liar. The Tangs are on 63. The Humphreys on 64. You lie. 69 for the Kennys, 61 for the Fairhursts, 62 for the Beasleys, 49 for the Farquhars, 64 for the Rapplemores. Is anyone going to beat 65? I mean, legitimately beat 75. 75 is a great score.
That's an amazing
Jeff,
score.
you got 43, and he was playing all on his own. No, you weren't playing all on your own, Jeff. You're with the Viking. You're in the Viking arms, okay? It's the old Viking family here. 70 from the Scotchbrooks. So another good score there. Some good scores this week.
Great scores.
Really good scores. The Morleys on 66. 65 for Mrs. Passmore. Haven't seen a score from the birthday girl, Mrs. Young, yet. So let's.
I think she was claiming that because they came in late, she couldn't.
63 for the McCarthys. We'll get a few more of these just coming in now.
Good scores.
The Cliffs are on 64. The Weatherstones on 67. Miss Rapplemore's mum is on 58. The Manly War's on 72. That's second place there for you. And I think they're just starting to. Some of the scores are just starting to dry up. The McPhees, don't be shy. Come on, fess up. What did you get? You had Poppy the dog helping you as well. The Mrs. Young saying it was just for fun tonight, so not declaring. Right. We are going to sign off in just a moment. Please do send us some feedback as to what you want us to do with this quiz over the next few weeks. We really will value it, and we will tell you what we're going to do with it when we see you again next week. Thank you so much for joining us. And in the meantime, I think we're calling last orders, and everybody out. Go on, homes to go to. Off you go. See you later.